Hey, Bruin fans, this is David Singleton, and you're listening to the Once Bruin Show. Go Bruins.
You're listening to the What's Bruin Show, part of the What's Bruin Show network, with your hosts, Jake Berryfield and Mike Regalado, and occasionally some friends, talking all things UCLA sports. And now, it's time for the What's Bruin Show.
Hello and welcome to What's Bruin. I am your host, Jake Berryfield. I'm joined in a few minutes by my good buddy, Mike Regalado.
Iron Mike.
From Bruin Online.
Hi, bro.
And we're talking about something, I don't know. I don't really have anything to talk about, but Mike said he had something to talk about, so I guess we'll do a show. But it's the What's Bruin Show on the What's Bruin Show network. And that's at What's Bruin Show on the Twitter and on, whatever it's called, the Blue Skies and the whatever those things are. And the email is what'sbruinshow@gmail.com. Please send us an email. Let us know what you think about the upcoming season, UCLA football, all that wonderful recruiting, how you think they're going to do in this season, or anything else you want to talk about. You can also follow the show on the Substack or on Patreon, patreon.com/what'sbruinshow or what'sbruinshow.com. And the Patreon is what'sbruin.substack.com. That's the Substack. And for just, a couple bucks a month,
$2.
you can help keep the What's Bruin Show alive. We appreciate your support. There's also, you can get the show on YouTube. Just search What's Bruin Show and look for the UCLA-related stuff, and the shows will be on there. And you can also call the hotline, 805-399-4WBS, Cyberbrand and Troy. And we're getting very close to actually being into the 2025 season. It's coming up. Media Day for the Big Ten's coming up, next week. And then we're going to get into fall camp and all that nonsense. So we're going to have a football season soon, and I'm excited about it. And just so you're aware, when we're in the football season, we'll do an episode on generally Tuesday nights to talk about the game that was the one that happened previously. And directly after the game, though, I'll do a post-game show. I think I'm going to be in town for most weeks. If not, Mike will cover it. But we'll do at least 2 episodes per week during the season. That'll be the post-game show that comes on, probably within a couple hours of the end of the game. And then we'll also do a show on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on our schedule, usually on Tuesdays. So, that's what the schedule will be going forward. Please call the hotline. Let us know what you think about the upcoming season, or as the games progress, if you call the hotline, those will either air on the post-game show, usually if I get them in time, or they will air on the following Tuesday. So there you go. That's a What's Bruin Show for you. So now let me wait around to see Mike get ready to come on the show, and then we'll figure out what we're going to talk about because I got nothing. So stand by. Okay, well, I found him. He's on the phone now. It's Mike Regalado from Bruin Online.
Bro.
Mike, how you doing tonight?
Good, thank you. How you doing, Jake?
I'm good. You're out there in the opposite valley from me. It looks like you have your air conditioner going. That's good. Apartment going good?
Yeah, I'm loving this place. And having the kids just help decorate and stuff and tell me what they need for this place. I'm like, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I went to Target earlier today to get the hell did I need to get? Scrub pads and a few grocery items. So I was there, so whatever.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I come out with extra ladles and spoons and cups because the kids wanted them. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Very nice. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, it's always something moving into a new place. So.
Oh, Dad, we could use this for this soup. This would look good in your place. I'm like, all right. Throw it in the basket.
That's right.
Oh yeah, and all the LaCroix ever, because yeah. So
yeah, I have.
My kids love the sparkling waters.
I have the Costco sparkling water over here that I'm sipping on.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey.
Dude,
Oh, go ahead.
Real quick. Last thing. Target, 3 cases of 8 cans of LaCroix, $10. Bargains, baby. I'm always looking for the bargains.
That's good. And I'll tell you how much the flat Costco sparkling water is, but I guess you have to go with the LaCroix. But get it. You have your
like
Costco
30
card,
for
right?
$5.
Yeah, something like that.
No, I still need to get one. I don't even know where there's one around here.
I guarantee you there's probably a few around you, but it's all right.
Oh, definitely. I have passed the limit of what suburbia is. separated from what the city of Los Angeles is. Yeah, there. You notice there are no like Applebee's or Chili's in like fancy populated Los Angeles areas. It's always in the outskirts, the Valley, the South Bay, the San Gabriel Valley, Orange County. Yeah.
Your valley, maybe.
I'm in a different world. Suburbia is crazy.
My valley is the city of LA. Thank you very much, but yeah, that's all right. All right. Anyways, no more.
No, I know, but LA proper. I don't want to get into geography of all this, but whatever.
Well, I'm in the city of LA. I pay those stupid taxes. I have to deal with LAPD, so I'm claiming it. All right. Anywho.
True, but you don't have Melrose traffic where you are, so that's a good thing. Wilshire traffic. That's not a thing near you, so that's good.
Yeah. 405 and the 101 is, but yeah, you're right. I'm North Valley. I'm out of it. All right, Mikey. That's I guess we'll do headlines or something. But honestly, what do you want to talk about, Mike?
Just one thing, Jake. I know you came off you're back from vacation about a week and a half, but I'm sure you're still in a little bit of a malaise as one does after a freaking amazing trip as you had. But I don't know if you caught the news that the UCLA women's basketball, who about a month and a half ago, Corey Close said that they were fine with just 10 players. Well, they've added 2 since.
Yes.
One of them is a freaking 2-time All-American softball player in Megan Grant. That's right. A former I think she actually played 3 sports in high school. Megan Grant is
just a baller, man.
She's a freaking stud on the softball pitch, and just out of nowhere, she is now a legitimate scholarship. I'm pretty sure she's scholarship. Proper UCLA women's basketball player, and that gives the Bruins some depth. It's a question of, it's an interesting get because we don't know what she's going to bring, but at the same time, people were like, wait, Gabriela Jaquez is going to be on the softball team, so we don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully it's she can contribute. If anything, it's probably to add to the roster. But that got me thinking with the crazy scholarship distribution and the how the roster is looking right now. The depth chart is going to be pretty freaking bizarre. UCLA has a lot of talent, and it's going to be hard to see. It's first off hard to see how that's going to be, how a starting lineup is going to become about it. But you could definitely have so many freaking different lineups. Like right now, I'm thinking it's going to be Rice, Neepkins, Jaquez, Dugalich, and Betts. A lot of people will say, well, where's Leisure Walker? Or where's Gardner? And then freaking Lena Bilic is, she put up 40 in her third place game in the Euro U18 game the other day. So she could, do some damage, but it's going to be really freaking hard to try to figure out how to get a starting lineup here. But if anything, at least they're a lot deeper than they were at the end of the season, or at least at the end of when they had a mass exodus of 6 players, which included all 4 of their freshmen. So yeah, I'm working on that article right now. And yeah, that's all based off of the addition of Megan Grant. How's that going to go? I don't know. She's definitely a stud. Has a freaking amazing sleeve tattoo, a forearm tattoo, which is going to be just baller in the UCLA basketball jersey. But yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what she can contribute. But if she's good to go, hell, I'd love to see how she meshes into this team.
She's 5'10". She had 550 points, 420 rebounds, 81 steals in her high school basketball career. I'm curious, even if she is on the court, if she's never on the court, she's on the team, it's still a fun story. That along with the Jaquez story from last year, right? Was that this year or last year? Was it both?
That was last year because she joined the softball team after basketball got out. But
right.
Yeah, that didn't happen this year. So
yeah. So but it made me think about, who are the best at least 2 sport athletes in UCLA history. And when I have a question like that, I usually just text the Godfather. And, I didn't need him to come up with a number one. I mean, there is only one number one answer. It's like,
Yeah.
it's definitely Jackie Robinson, and
Not
then,
a two sport,
and then
a quad sport.
Yeah, and then you go down a bunch of levels of magnitude, and then it's other people. But I asked the Godfather today what his thoughts were on that, and he's actually going to come on in a couple weeks, and we'll have a nice conversation about that. So if you have
he's going to have an
thoughts,
encyclopedia response.
if
Yeah.
anybody listening has any thoughts, like what's your top 5 or top 3 UCLA two plus sport athletes? Because there's been a bunch of them in UCLA history. Call the hotline 805-399-4WBS.
Or WBS.
And let us know or send us an email or whatever, and we'll talk about that when the Godfather comes on. He should be slated to come on the 29th, so that should be fun. But it's just a cool story. It's something like that. It's something that can happen in college, and especially college that has, multiple great programs like UCLA. And the cool thing about this with Jaquez and with Grant is that we're not talking about a really good softball team and a crappy basketball team or vice versa. It's like both of these teams are at the top of the top, right? These are both amazingly good teams that are always in the national title hunt in recent years. So to have a athlete that can compete on 2 team sports like that, that's pretty special. It's a pretty fun thing. So, I don't know how much playing time Grant will get, but just for her to be in the mix is pretty fun.
Yeah. So, I'm off the top of my head, and I'm like, who are some of the best 2 sport players? And they're still happening. Like John Vaughns, played for UCLA baseball and is now going to be, one of the head honchos on UCLA's defense on the football team. So, it's not uncommon to see this at UCLA. So that's going to be a good question. Man, he's going to come back with an encyclopedic answer.
He already sent me quite a few, but I want him to give it a little more thought. But obviously there's only one number 2, because obviously Jackie's got to be number 1. There's only one number 2 in my book, and I'll give that one away. And Mike, do you have any idea who it might be for me? It's a pretty easy answer.
Jackie Joyner Kersey?
That's pretty good. It's another 3-name person. At least they ended their UCLA career with 3 names. They started with only 2 names.
What is it?
Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a track guy. And he was for the football team.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Maurice Jones-Drew, obviously, or as the people may know, is no worse than my second favorite Bruin of all time, probably tied for number 1 with a couple people. But MJD, one of my all-time heroes. So yeah, he's one of my favorite 2 sport athletes, absolutely. But there's so many of them in UCLA history that there's a lot of room for argument, and it's pretty cool that just now in the last couple of years, now we have 3 notable ones with John and Megan and with Gabriella. So it's a fun story. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully hopefully that makes there's some more to talk about that as we go forward.
Yeah. So that's what I got for headlines. Yeah, it's a bit slow right now.
All right.
As I said last week, Jake.
What's brewing with you? Let's go. Wait, is what's brewing with you time?
Award watch season is coming. Jake, batten down the hatches. You're going to be dealing with it pretty soon. So.
Well, we only have
like
2 guys that are on the All Big Ten team and like no All Americans. Do we have any of that stuff? It's pretty low profile.
I would say
team for most years.
I would say Nico Hudson would probably get a nod for tight end.
As All Big Ten or the watch lists? Like we're going to get zero respect for All Big Ten teams. All Big Ten teams, we're going to have like a couple of token mentions.
I think the contributors to that are a lot smarter, understanding where
I think
certain players come from.
Yeah.
Well, I just think now is like, this guy came from this team. Like, for example, obviously Nico Iamaleava did some good stuff with Tennessee and took him to a college football playoff. There's no doubt he'll probably be at least sort of a honorable mention for one of the best quarterbacks. But I'm talking about guys like Javion Thomas, who kind of you couldn't ignore him last year at Cal. Like he was,
except for that he was playing behind Jaden Ott. Like, he
was, but
no one knows who he is because Jaden Ott was a story last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, I hate to interrupt you, Mike,
but that's the thing.
We're completely anonymous almost, except for Nico. Only thing anybody knows about UCLA football this year is just Nico. He's the only fucking headline.
And that's why people need to talk to us. People need to talk to us about this. You want more information?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Uh,
Bruin fans know a few more of these names, but I mean, nationally speaking, there's nobody that's going to make headlines for the UCLA football this year coming into the season, because we know like how good Quasi Gilmore is or seems or probably could be this year, you know, and like guys like that, you know, we like our tasty burgers, and I'm very excited about, Thomas too, you know, like I'm excited about some of these guys, but nobody else is. And I guarantee you, like we were just talking about off the air, Mike, how we're gonna like get our, you know, like start looking at the field stills and the athlons and all that stuff, and they're gonna have all their position tier rankings. UCLA is going to be on the bottom end of almost all of those rankings because they are completely anonymous. Now, do we think they have a chance to have a pretty decent season? Yeah, we do. But it's not going to be because of the preseason hype. The preseason hype is going to be nil because they're coming off of a 5-7 season, coming up with a coach going into his second year that had an offense that scored 18 points, you know, and a defense that lost like all of the notable players. So,
yeah,
there's nothing to talk about with these guys right now. You know, it's like it's Major League. Who are these? Who are these fucking guys?
Yeah,
except for us, we know they are.
I think at least with the watch list, that is such a broad net that they cast.
The watch list, yeah, there's gonna be plenty of guys, but I'm saying like the all Big Ten stuff.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, when it comes to Big Ten, that's probably going to be. Well, I would hope the Big Ten conference media and coaches would pay a little bit more attention.
Have you?
At least to the general public, compared to the general public, because these are who they see. This is who they study on a weekly basis.
They
That's
don't
why
study
I'm
UCLA.
saying that.
They study Ohio State. If they're from Indiana, they study Indiana, Ohio State, Michigan, and whoever Purdue. Right? If they're from freaking Michigan, they look at Michigan State. They look at Ohio State. They might look at SC a little bit.
It's the Midwest. It's the
UCLA.
most open-minded area
yes, you're right.
on this planet, especially when it comes to sports.
Mm-hmm. You do have a point there, Mike.
Can't you see how they welcomed us with open arms in every facet of?
Come on.
Yeah. By the way, did we talk about this last week that UCLA finished what was it, second in most Big Ten championships last season? Yeah. So suck it. Yeah, it wasn't men's basketball or football, but hey, the rest of the team showed up. So
yeah, and they're like, yeah, suck it right back. But I mean, look. On one hand, I totally understand it. I'm looking down the depth chart that that Bro publishes, and the only guy that's got any sort of notoriety at all on this entire fucking team is Nico. And like that's for the right or wrong reasons or whatever, right? Everybody else is relatively completely anonymous because they're on if they're on offense, they're on an offense that scored 18 points, and if they're on defense, they weren't here last year. So it's like, what the fuck are we like? There's nothing to talk about as far as like, oh, this guy's coming into the season, coming off that very strong performance last year, yada yada. There are very few of those stories, for the Bruins this year, which is part of the whole. We have no idea how good these guys are going to be because half of them are new, and the other half either was on the second string or hurt last year.
That's true. But that's the point of what we do. We need to educate the people. If people want to have sources or information or ideas about how this team can be, they got to look towards us.
But
our phones are always open.
That's true. 805-394-WBS, Sucker and Troy. But you say educate them, but like seriously, that's like we don't know shit either. Like we're hoping these guys are going to be pretty good, but I mean, okay. It's like
but we know more. We know more than UCLA has a 17th receiving core in the Big Ten. We know that because we know the receivers and what they are capable of.
We hope so. Like Quasi, yeah, whatever. Mike, I think we're pretty much in agreement here on this. I'm just saying they are pretty anonymous at this point. It's hard to make the case that they aren't. So I'm curious as to when we look back on this season, when it's midway through, 3/4 of the way through, end of the season, and we look at who actually made the real 2025 season, like all Big Ten teams, are there going to be guys that popped for the Bruins? That's what we really got to hope for. So, I mean, Mike, thinking about how anonymous this team is, and let's throw Nico out of the equation. You can't pick Nico. What Bruin do you think has the biggest chance to pick one offensive guy and one defensive guy has the biggest chance to pop and be an all Big Ten defensive guy or an all Big Ten offensive guy. So who's your offensive guy?
I want to go with Quasi, but that seems like an obvious answer. I think
You can go with Quasi if
a
you
guy
want.
who I do, but I feel strongly about a one Mr. Hudson Habermill, who was going to be the stud last year, but injured, tore his ACL in spring prior to the season. And yeah, they had him. He wasn't in plays, but he was basically in motion. He was the guy taking the spot. So that kind of indicated that he's definitely going to be a part of this offense. And just seeing what he did 2 years ago, I think he's going to have a breakout season. I think he's going to be just raring to go, kind of pissed off that he missed last season. So I'm really looking forward to see Hudson Habermill. On defense, there are actually quite a few guys. I want to see what John Vaughns can do and Jalen Woods. And I think I said this last week. But I kind of want to go with Devin Aupu. He's been with the program for a while. He's been a big part of it, hasn't made some waves, but I think that this could be a big season for him. Yeah, this could be a big season for him. He knows what's up. He's not only performing for the team, but he's performing for his, hopefully, future bosses in the NFL. So I'm going to go with Devin. What about you?
On offense, I also would be tempted to go with Quasi, but I'm not going to because he'll probably be my magic man because of my picture that I have with him and Malcolm. But so, I mean, I'm just going to – I thought you were going to take it, but I'll take it. You already mentioned him. It's Javian. How we say his name? Javian. Megan, how do you say Javian Thomas' name? Because now he's a Bruin and not a Cal Bear.
You just said it.
Such a shame.
Javian
Thomas, the guy that backed up Jade Knott.
It's
It's now Bruin. She is now. Javian Thomas is how you say his name. And that's the guy I'm thinking, the Bruins had the worst rushing attack in the Big Ten last year. That will not be the case this year. I think they're going to be much better in the running game this year. And I'm hoping that dude, who I saw him run in person a couple times, being that I went to a couple Cal games this last year, that's my guy, and I'm hoping he has a real big season. I do like that Tasty Burger over there too, but I'm hoping Thomas just takes the job and runs with it, pardon the pun. So that's my guy that I'm hoping blows up and ends up on some lists next at the end of the season. And then on defense, I'm just going to pick one of the three of Keanu Williams, Siali Tabaki, or Gary Smith. Hopefully all three of them are healthy, but whichever one is the healthiest and is the big monster Jay Toya type middle guy to really form the rock that makes the rest of the defense go. That's who I'm going to pick. I want one of those guys to be big contributors, and it'd be great if more than one of them were, and they have one or two guys down there really just stuffing things in the middle and making defenses go around them instead of through or over them. That would be my pick, and I think that's something that when people talk shit about UCLA in the Big Ten, stupid people revert to the cliches of UCLA is all glitz and glamour and no substance and California and yada, 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 and LA team. And they have, well, the one thing UCLA did last year was show they had a very gritty Big Ten style defense, and the offensive line was terrible because of the terrible offensive coaching. But going into the Big Ten under Chip Kelly, their offensive lines could run the ball, and they were Big Ten in that regard. So what I'm trying to say is I'm hoping UCLA shows up big in the trenches this year, and a big part of that is going to be those big fellas in the middle. And that's certainly on the defensive side. The offensive line, they have so many offensive linemen. I'm hoping they can manufacture a better offensive line this year. But that's important. I would like for teams, however UCLA does on the scoreboard this year, because they're going to be in a couple tough games, we know, they're not going to get beat like, the cliches that people talk shit about UCLA coming into the Big Ten. Like, they're not going to get beat that way. And since they've been in the Big Ten, they haven't been beat that way, right? So I'd like to keep that going, right? They're not going to be wimpy in the middle, I'm hoping. So there you go.
Yeah.
Are we done, Mike? What's wrong with you?
All I got.
Hey, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with like for reals? I'll play it.
Play it.
Hey,
do it.
What's
dude, yeah. Dude.
You ask me what's brewing with me.
It is a short episode.
What's brewing with you? What's brewing with me? What's brewing with you?
I do want to, in the next few weeks, Mike, we can kind of just go through who these anonymous dudes are and what we are expecting out of them. But let's get through Media Day first before we start dealing with all that stuff. We didn't even talk about it, but the one thing, here's a all Big Ten performer that's not on offense or defense. I woke up with a new Pagani. I woke up with a new Pagani, and we got.
I was going to bring him up earlier, yeah.
That would have been cheating. We're talking about offense and defense, but
money bags.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's the best kicker in the Big Ten this year. I got my fingers crossed for that.
I love that
guy. Hey, Megan, do you remember Mateen Pagani? He was good, wasn't he?
You will.
That was your kicker.
You will.
We stole him from you too. Just give me the thumbs up. Right.
Wow, Cal.
That calimony's
the
really
calimony's paying off.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Mikey, what's wrong with you, buddy?
Jinx. All right, so last week I alluded to the fact that I'm going to go see one of my favorite bands ever. I have two. Murder Cities of Devils and Pulp, and this year I'm going to be able to see both. The first one happened on Saturday. I was going to go see them at the Regent. I like the Regent, but that was going to be a Sunday and earlier show. It was going to start at 6, with them going on at 7. But then, especially with my geographic location, I realized on Friday, I'm like, oh shit, I'm a stone's throw from freaking Pomona and the Glass House, one of my favorite venues in LA County in Southern California. And so got a ticket for Saturday. Show started at 8:45. Just absolutely awesome. Like, things have changed. I don't know if you've been to downtown Pomona in a while, or the Glass House, especially on a weekend. But man, it is like a street festival. It is just. I've
been to the Glass House in years.
I want to say a celebration of art and life. But damn, downtown Pomona was going off. And even though it was only 5 blocks long, 2 blocks deep. Just a freaking cool atmosphere. But yeah, so I got there, early, to check out the first band, and they were good. I forgot what they're called. Animal something. I don't know. They were all right, but I was there for the Murder Devils, and it was weird because right as they were about to go on, sound check and all that, 8:50, it was said that they were supposed to go on. I looked back, and place was about half filled, 60% filled, and I was like, whatever. That's pretty good for a band that has, it seems like they've run their course, kind of faded out, especially since they haven't really done a lot lately. But 5 minutes into the show, after they started, that place was packed. I don't know where everybody came from, but damn, these guys they're looking old. They're looking a little pudgy, but god damn, did they deliver. 17, 20. It was closer to 27 years ago. It was the first time I saw them at the Glass House, the first time.
Wow.
So this was kind of like a bit of a reunion for me. These fucking guys, just amazing, just jumping up and down and all around, and it just absolutely awesome. And it was funny because at one point, a lot of, the youngins, and when I say youngins, I'm probably referring to 32-year-olds, trying to start a pit. And everybody there, honestly, the average age of this concert was got to be about 37. It was awesome. Yeah, so all the old people were like, nah, dude, we're too old. Our knees hurt. We're not fucking moshing. So, yeah, I got a beer spilt on me, but after that, it was everybody stopped. But the energy with this band was just absolutely fantastic. And it just, epitomized my love, epitomized their show, and just showed, showed exactly why I love this band and live music in general. They just had an amazing freaking show. I put a few videos on my socials if you follow me, but damn, hell of a goddamn good show. One of the best shows I've been to in a while. And this was a small venue with a band that was 10 feet in front of me. Oh yeah, and for their last song, it's this one weird, slower, chilled out song called Hey Playboy, where the lead singer ends the song by going into the crowd and just kind of disappearing into the crowd. And no encore. They just end the show, lights up, good night, we'll see you later. I was like, that was kind of weird and awesome and
that is cool,
symbolic. So anyway, that's what's brewing with me. I absolutely love this. Yeah, I have so many shows to come up with. We have Deltron 3030 in a few weeks.
Yeah,
the Faint just announced a show. I'm gonna try to get tickets for Nine Inch Nails. I'm gonna go see Pulp. That one's more around my birthday. There's so many damn good shows this year, Jake. Anyway, I'm sorry to take up all this time. What's wrong with you?
No, I was gonna say, I just realized we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to either pre-record with The Godfather or change the date because we're going to Deltron on the 29th. That's
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks from tonight. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So,
but the Godfather's next week.
No, he wanted to do the 29th, so I'm gonna have to talk to him. Well, maybe we'll just do it the next week. Anywho, I got that. And
or we could do Monday or Wednesday. I'm down.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll figure that out. But yeah. And
right, cool.
I got Eagles of Death Metal coming up on August 21st. I'm looking forward to that as well. I saw them at the
where?
Terragram Ballroom before. I'm going to see them there again. The Bellwether's actually going to be really fun, Mike, by the way. I don't know if you've been there yet, but it's a nice place. So it's going to be cool.
I have not.
And then I'm going to be in Long Beach this weekend at my friend Jody Lynn's Dumplings pop-up. I'll put that in the show notes as well. But I'm going to meet up with Jorge and Tuck, I think, so 2 of our friends from college. And it goes from like 5 to 9, and it's at a place in Long Beach, California. But, Mike, if you're around, come on down. I'll be down there around 8. I have to go to a retirement party at like 4 o'clock, so we'll see how that goes. But then after
when is this Saturday?
It's Saturday night. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but it should be fun.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's cool.
And it's going to be at Ambitious Ales at 4019 Atlantic Avenue in Long Beach.
I'm in.
5 to 9.
I'm in.
Okay, so you have to go buy some dumplings. Have you been to Ambitious Ales?
Fine. No, but that's a hardcore name, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
I'm loving it. Yeah,
right.
So
we'll turn up there. I'll probably be there around 8 o'clock. So, anyways, Mikey, I guess that's really all it's brewing with me. I got to go in and I don't know. I'm just back to work and doing all that stuff. So I'm trying to plot a couple more cruises in my future, and that's I'm trying to get that sorted.
Nice.
Otherwise, I got nothing. So I guess thanks for joining the show. This is our shortest one in a while, Mike. Usually we can manufacture an hour. We only did a half hour, so my apologies to all of our friends out there.
Well, considering we had nothing to talk about,
at least we did a half hour. Yeah. So Mikey, I'll talk to you next week, and Big Ten Media Days coming up, and it's gonna be fun. So I guess until next time, Mikey, what do we say?
Go Bruins.
Good evening.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
That was the What's Bruin show.
Oh my God.
Try us tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's gotta be in or out, Mom. In or out. Well, I need the door closed.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Dude, Brock, we play some ball on the West Coast.
The final word is boob.